Hello everyone, welcome to Basic Electronic Circuits, and we will continue our discussion on Clipper circuit. This is Clipper number 14, the last Clipper circuit in our discussion. So let us start with the analysis. So we have to determine when does the diode D1 turns on, and here we have a additional battery connected in series with the diode, but here this battery is also connected in parallel with the Vout. So let us see what is unfold for us. So we can say for the first, we can say that VD on it's around zero point 0.7 since we are using a constant voltage model for the diode. So constant voltage model of the diode is this, and that means the diode turns on. For the diode to turn on, its voltage has to be greater than VD on, and if it is less than that, diode will turn off. So in this scenario we can say when V in is greater than VD on. VD on is the turn on voltage of the diode. But r- wait, we have VB also. So now carefully see if VB is my VB assisting the diode to turn on or it is opposing. So see over here, the cathode terminal is connected to the positive. So basically VB is opposing the diode to turn on. That means V in has to be that much greater than the diode voltage plus VB value for the diode to turn on. Okay, so that means what? V in has to be greater than VD on plus VB value. Then only the diode D1 will be on. Okay, so diode D1 is will turn on. Okay, and we have to check the output voltage. What is the output voltage? So let us see that now. So whenever V in is greater than VD on, diode is on, and we replace the diode by its constant voltage model over here, and we apply the KVL in the loop. So what you will get? Minus V in, okay, minus V in plus VD on plus VB equal to 0, or we can say minus V in plus VD on plus V out equal to 0. So what do we have over here? V out is given by V in. If you rearrange, you will get V out will be equal to V in minus VD on. So V in minus VD on. So this is again related to the tracking. Okay, so we say that output tracks the input but with a shift of VD on. Okay, now let's check the second condition. In the second condition, what can we say opposite of that? When V in is less than VD on plus VB. So straight away my diode D2 will be off. Diode D2 will be off, and your circuit, diode D1, sorry, we have only diode D1. So your circuit will be your circuit will be reduced to this network. You have replaced the diode by its constant voltage model. So the current in the circuit will be zero, and but one thing is there. Since we have a VB supply, even though the current is zero, your output voltage will not be equal to zero, will be equal to VB value. Very important to note that. Okay, so when the diode is on, we know what is the output condition, and when the diode is off, we know what will be the output is never zero. And this type of clipper circuit is called as biased series negative clipper. Why biased? Because of the supply. Why series? Because the diode is connected in series. And why negative? Because it will clip off the negative portion. Let us see that. So now I hope you remember the concept of tracking. So over here, V in is Vm sin omega t. For various colors, the green one is the clipping level. The orange one is my tracking level, which is V in minus VD on level over here. And output is magenta and gray color is input. So first of all, let us try to understand. Don't directly jump and interpret the output. First, understand how to draw it. So first you draw the input with respect to time. Then you draw the clipping level. Now what is the clipping level over here? Sorry. Clipping level will be in this above equation if we substitute V in equal to 0. Okay. So if I substitute V in equal to 0, my V out will be what? Minus VD on. my V out will be equal to minus VD on. So minus VD on is my clipping level, and that is around minus 0.7. So it will come in the negative direction over here. Okay. So as soon as you draw the clipping level, you draw a tracking waveform. Okay, with the clipping level as the reference. So just as you draw the input waveform keeping the x-axis as the reference, draw the orange color tracking waveform keeping the clipping level, that is the green color line, as the reference. So you will say that this orange color tracking waveform is nothing but output is tracking the input, but with a shift of VD on. And now we have to determine when will the diode turn on and when will the diode turn off. Okay, so over here, what do we do over here is that whenever diode is on, the output will follow the input, but with a shift of VD on. So that means over here, uh, this one. So you see, whenever the tracking level is being completely followed, output is following the on the tracking level. It is exactly following the tracking level. That means output is following the input, but with a shift of VD on. So this is what is happening. So now one more thing is there. When V in is less than VD on plus VB, this is just the condition. Okay, don't get confused and mixed up with this. Whenever V in is less than VD on plus VB, what is the condition? Diode D1 is off. And whenever diode D1 is off, my output is not zero, it is VB. So you just draw a VB level. You just draw a VB level over here. Imaginary line, VB level. I mean, not imaginary, a light color line, because we cannot make a dark line because then the output will not look good. So just draw a very light line of VB, and we can say easily that over here, whenever the diode is off, and when will the diode will be off? Whenever your output is below the VB line. Okay, your whenever your input basically is less than VD on plus VB. So this is my input over here. This is my input if it is less than VD on plus VB level. Okay, so during that time my output will be uh, off. I mean, my diode will be off and my output will be equal to VB. So instead of 0, here it is VB. Earlier cases, why it is so? Because this VB is connected in parallel with the V out. So V out will never be 0. It will be either will be VB. If this bias is reverse, that means negative is up and positive is down. That time, this might go to negative level also. Okay, so remember that. So this is how the input output waveforms look like. Be very, very sure about it. Okay, so when the diode is on, your output is tracking the input. That means the curve will come on the orange color graph. And whenever the diode is off, the output will remain at VB level. So as simple as that. Just remember this thing. If you are still confused, V in, for negative values of V in, that is V in less than 0, my diode will never turn on. So diode is off. Okay. So you will not have anything in the negative direction. You will not have anything in the negative direction for negative values of V in. Diode is off. Okay. Everything what will happen is in the positive direction of V in when V in is positive. Okay. So that is the clue. And draw the VB line. So below the VB line, I mean, V out will be stuck to the VB line whenever the diode is off, and greater than that, the output will track the input with the shift of VD on. Now let us check the input output wave, I mean the VTC curve. So VTC curve is also straightforward over here, very straightforward. So V in, V out will be equal to VB. So just draw the VB on the V out level. V out will be equal to VB until the V in is less than VD on plus VB. Okay, so until V in is less than VD on plus VB, my output will be VB. And beyond that, I have my V in curve, which is a straight line passing to the origin with a slope of 1. I will draw a line which is parallel to this V in curve. So what is this new line? This new line is what? Output is tracking the input with a shift of VD on. That is the new line over here. So this is my VTC curve for the clipper number 14. Now let us quickly simulate this in LT-Spice. Okay, so this is a circuit. So let me take the supply as voltage, and then a diode will be there. I will control R, I can press, oh sorry, diode and control R. I'll place it over here. Then we have a resistor over here, and then we have another supply, a biasing supply, VB. So I have these elements. I'll just connect them together quickly. Yeah, and sorry, I don't forget to connect the output. Sorry, the ground also. So I will show the output like this. It's been taken across the register and the supply VB. So here, it's just a representation. Now this I will name it as VB, and the value which I want to give it is 1 volt. The register is 1 kilo ohm. Diode is 4148, and the supply is let me go to advanced sine wave DC. Amplitude will be 5 volts peak. Frequency I can give it as 1000. And now let me just label the output and the input node. This is my V out and this is my V in. Okay. And now let me simulate the circuit. So as you can see, the circuit on the left hand side and the right hand side are one and the same. Now let me simulate this quickly. So I'll click on the run. Frequency is 1000. So time will be 1 millisecond. I want 2 cycles, so I'll write 2 milliseconds. Okay, as soon as I write 2 milliseconds, a blank screen has come up. Here I will right click and click on add trace and click on V in. So V in is 5 volts peak value. Then I will plot the V out value. So here it is, V out value. Okay. So as we have discussed earlier, the here it is. This level is VB. This is 1 volt. You see, this is 1 volt. And about that, what is this height? This height is VM minus VD on, which should be 5 volts minus 0.7. That will be 4.3. So let's check if it is 4.3 or no. Yeah, 4.35. So quite matching. Both the heights are same. So here it is. This is how we get the input and output waveforms. Exactly same way we are getting. So with the help of tracking waveform, we can, and with the help of clipping level, we can easily draw the input output waveforms for any series clipper circuit. Okay. And then let us see the VTC curve. So I'll do the right click and replace the time by V in. So here is my VTC curve. Exactly same way it is coming. As predicted. So here is my zero level. So it is levitating about the zero level, and this is 1 volt. This is exactly 1 volt, as you can see. And once the input is greater than VD on plus VB, the output will track the input with a shift of VD on, as you can see very clearly over here. Okay, so this is how we can check the VTC curve and the input output waveforms for the clipper number 14. So that is all for the clippers. Next time we will start with the clamper network. So until then, have a good day and thank you.